depending on where this video. Happy new month. Happy new month. Happy new month. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. 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 Nah, eh. Happy new month, my people. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Join in. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome. So, like I was saying, or like I posted, I said, after university, what next? Please, if you're just joining my live stream, please kindly put on your follow button. Please kindly follow me. Yes, I post content and my videos, so please kindly follow me. That is, if you haven't. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Hi. Good afternoon. Please kindly follow my channel if you haven't. Yes, if you've not followed my channel, please kindly do so. So like I was saying, or like I wrote, what are the chances that are awaiting us after university? Yes, we have university graduates, undergraduates, everywhere. I'm talking about Nigeria. Yes, using Nigeria because I am a Nigerian. So, after university, what next? You see why skills is very important. Please kindly follow my channel if you're just joining, and let us have interactions. Yes, if you're just joining for the first time, please kindly give me a follow, a thumbs up. So, after university, what next? Do you think one should embrace handwork, or you should sit and submit applications to offices waiting for them to approve your CV? I mean, what are the criterias? Excuse me. What are the criterias? Are there opportunities that are waiting for us after your BSc, your PhD, and everything? You see, this is why people say that everything is not really about education. Because even after going to school without a skill, I'm sorry, you have nothing. Because if you don't have a skill, in fact, it is even better to acquire a skill, you know, before you get an admission into the university. So many of us were not really exposed that much. Talking about far back as 2017, 2018 years, when we were admitted into the university. You know, things were excuse me, things were, should I say, a bit rosy. Nobody knew that, oh, things were going to get to this extent. That's what they said, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. If people had a snippet on what the future would be today, I mean, 10 years back, 15 years back, a lot of people will venture into business, I mean, profitable business that has economic value. So, you watching this video, what are some measures that you have put in place as a graduate? What are you doing to savour the situation at hand? Because every one of us, we are passing through one thing or another, whether you like it or not. Even the business owners, white collar job, and what have you. You must have an experience in a particular field or in different fields for you to excel. There are so many graduates that graduate from the university, and I tell you, it is not easy. It is not easy. Honestly speaking, how do you graduate from the university and then you're waiting for a job 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? Honestly, sometimes it is frustrating, really frustrating. But you see, when you are equipped, when you have skills, when you have this knowledge of an early riser, my dear, you will not see it after school. Even while in school, you are making money, you are turning things, you are counting money on yourself or for yourself, and it is for your own good. Because the way Nigeria is now, people are hardly surviving. I mean, the poor are getting poor, the rich are getting rich. Middle class is now the new poorest economy. Because the level they are now, the margin is too high. It is really, really too high. So I'm asking, after university, what do you do? Or do we still have uncles that say, oh, after university, don't worry, I'm going to give you a role in my company, I'm going to employ you, you're going to be my PA, you're going to be this. Yes, there are some good uncles, unlike mine. I don't have good uncles. No, 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 no. Mind you, I don't have good uncles from my father's side. No. Yes, I will not say I am depending on them. No, I have never depended on them. Anyway, That aside, it's a personal thing. So, or it's a family thing, sorry, not personal. That aside, some persons are lucky to have, great family members, extended family members that after school they employ you. Yes, they give you a role in their company and say, oh, come and do this, this particular work, come and do this, or come and occupy the role of this person, and then you begin to earn. Whereas some people, life is not as rosy for them. They find it so difficult to fit. In fact, most of them they are regretting, oh, why did I go to school? If I had used this 4 years, 5 years, 7 years to go to a medical school, or sorry, to learn a trade or a skill, it would be better for me. But look at me now. I've gone to school, there is no job, nothing. My dear, think, oh, you see people that are saying, oh, school na scam. No, school is not a scam. It's just that we approach it wrongly. You don't go to school depending on your brothers, your this, your that. No. Hello. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much. So what am I saying? If you must go to school, have a side hustle. Have a job that is feeding you, because you are really going to cry. Yes, the physical cry or whichever way. But look around you. Look around you. Do you really think, okay, the ones that have graduated 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, some people out of anger, they've destroyed their, what do you call it, their school certificates. I mean their original school certificates. They've destroyed it. Why? Frustration, depression, anger, heavy heart, heaviness in their heart. Why? They've gone to school and they feel frustrated. Funny thing is that some of the courses that we read in school, oh my god, some of them, I don't know if it is that they don't have rules for them in the country. Because some courses, I'm so sorry, looks like it doesn't really have relevance. There's some courses that you read, like somebody, you hear somebody say, oh, I read zoology, or I read what do you call this one that they have book in their shelves? What's this thing? Is it librarian or what? Yes. You take care of books in the shelf. I know it has a course. Now you said you read it in university, and then after every to get a job becomes very difficult for you. There are so many things that gives concern, in this country. So many things. One of it is the course we read in school. Yes, I know that sometimes we may have passion, and then we want to pursue our dreams. But then think again, please. Think again. Is your passion really really earn you? Really benefit from it? Unless you have that mindset that you want to jabba. Yes, except that, because I know in abroad, yes, people have, there are so many opportunities that people can, jump on, and then they are thriving. So many, I don't know, so many business opportunities there. Even if there isn't, you can venture into business. Nowadays there are so many businesses that one can venture into. You can be good in content creation, you can market your goods, you can run ads for people, you can do so many thriving things. Now, the funniest of it all is, time waits for no one. The funniest of it all is when you are supposed to do what you're supposed to do, but not at the right time. You see that time is going. You see the time keeps ticking. It's not waiting for you. Time is not waiting for you. It keeps going and going and going. And by the time you realize yourself, you say, oh, time is against me. May God help us. May God help us. Let's always use our IQ. If you must succeed, then you need to think out of the box. There's something someone somewhere else is doing that you've not known of, or there's a secret attached to what they are doing that you don't know of. And that is why I captioned this: after university, what next? Sometimes you're even asking yourself, what is the evidence that I went to school? If not for your results, your result that shows that, oh, this person is a graduate of so and so university, your life is almost meaningless. The truth is, if you keep waiting for a job in Nigeria, I'm sorry, you will be disappointed. Because, sorry to burst your bubbles, nowadays getting a job in Nigeria is like having a connection to see the president. You need to have a connection. Yes. There are so many job opportunities that have come up. But the problem now is you don't get connection. If you don't have connection, or you are on your own. And now, whereby maybe let's say you are an orphan, you're just alone, you don't have someone that's helping you, you are fending for yourself. How are you able to cater for your family? How are you feeding? How are you sheltering? How are you living? That's why I said, have a business, have a side hustle before you enter that university. If you're a barber, learn it very well. If you're a tailor, learn it very well. If you are, I don't know, you make hair, you braid hair, braid it very well, because in school it's going to be of importance to you. You use it to make money. Let me show you something. Look at this hair. This hair. Yes. I made this hair when I went to school, when I went to my school recently to round off my clearance. This hair, let me shock you, it was made for, is it 1,005? Yes, 1,005 with a bag, with a bag. Now this is a school environment. There are many competitors around them. Now this one is competing, and they want to give you the best so that next time you can come or you refer someone else. Now imagine that you don't have that money, you don't have the skill, you don't have anything. How do you train yourself in the school? One of those days that, oh, your parents will be waiting. Okay, after going, because yes, after going to school, you need to come and take care of them, because they have spent resources on you, and in turn, maybe they are government workers. If after about 5 years, 10 years, they retire from the government work, do you expect them to keep feeding you when there is little or no money left? You need to, that is when you will know that, oh, I need to buckle up, I need to go and hustle, I need to go and look for this money. I need to go and look for this money. Because now you yourself, you now have responsibility. All those your small siblings that always run around, oh, auntie, I want biscuit, I want this, I want that. They are now your responsibility. And even your parents, sometimes those aged ones, they may get ill, and you buy their medication, you take care of them, you do this. How do you do all of this without having a hustle or a side hustle, a finance to take care of them? So I'm urging us, if you are an undergraduate, you are yet to enter school, or even writing JAMB, and you are saying, oh, I have time, you lie. There is no time for you. If you have any time, if at all you have time after your JAMB, before you write JAMB, before you think of writing WAEC, my dear, go and learn a skill. Go and learn a handwork. There are so many skills. There are so many skills. The Bible says that the gift of a man makes a way for him. When you have a handwork, you will stand before kings, you will dine with them. Yes. Let me tell you the truth, to an extent, it doesn't really matter whether you are educated or not. Because at the end of the day, what matters is it paying? I'm talking of legit work. I'm not, please, don't misquote me. I'm not talking of work that is not legit, or one that's, that is a dirty one. I'm talking of legit work. So this is a video trying to urge us, or I want to hear from your opinion. What are we doing to make sure that, yes, after university, we will be at least comfortable a little bit, or to an extent? Using Nigeria as an example, before the government even recruits new staff, maybe they will take away the old ones. Maybe old ones will go on retirement. People that will buy, people that will just stop working, people that you stop halfway before they recruit new staff. So if you're here as an undergraduate or even as a graduate, a fresh graduate, please learn handwork. Skills, they are very important. They will take you to places that, in fact, you never imagined that you would be. Skills are very important. If you're you know why I love social media is that if as a graduate you're at home and you feel there is no job for you, if you check Facebook, you will see so many job opportunities, legit ones. If you can do data analysis, you can do ghostwriting, you can do a lot of work. Don't just sit and fold your hands. No, money will not come and meet you there on your bed. Manna will not fall from heaven. You need to work. You need to go and look for it. Go and search for it. Yes, it may be that if you step out, you might not, make fruitful, what do I call it? Anything fruitful, but at least make a move. I know that there are so many challenges in, scouting for jobs, because some of them end up being scam or fraud. So there was something I saw on Facebook one time ago. Someone said, "Oh, we were recently uh, recruited in a particular office." So, hello, Miriam. Good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So there was this thing I saw on Facebook one time that a particular lady or a guy said he was recruited. Yes, together with some other ladies. So when they called them in, they told them to drop their bags somewhere so that they will search them. So at the verge of they complied. Yes, they complied based on they are scouting for jobs. So in the bid of them dropping their bags, the employer asked the new employees now, which is this guy I'm talking of, and the other ladies that came with him to scout for job. So the employer told them to go inside so that they can tell them the do's and don'ts about the job. As they went inside, the next thing the guy said was, "Oh, they had carted away with their bags." I mean, they dropped their bags at a different place, and they asked them to come inside. Before you knew it, they carted away with their bags. They made away with their belongings, and that was when they knew that, oh, we have been scammed. So please, let's be careful. There are genuine sites and there are fraudulent sites. See, there are so many things that our eyes need to be opened to. There are so many things. Funny thing is that sometimes you see how a graduate will be driving keke and you are laughing at this person, look at this stupid man, don't even know what you are doing. Until the man tells you, "Oh, I'm actually a graduate, but because of circumstances, no job, this and that," and you begin to imagine how a graduate abandons his certificate, and lowers himself down to that standard. And you see, that's why it's not good to look down on people, because the person you might be looking down on may be a first class holder. Yes, the person could be a first class holder, and probably because of work, no job. Maybe the person has waited for God knows how long. See, it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating that as a graduate you are scouting for a job. Everything looks upside down. Nothing is moving. And the funniest part of it is when you are at home, anything that finishes, they call your name. "Oh, this salt has finished. It's because you're at home. This paper has finished. It's because you're at home. This maggi has finished. It's because you're at home. Go and look for work and do." You keep hearing this thing like melodies of praise. Every time they keep singing it to you, and one day you become frustrated and depressed, and then you want to go and think of, taking your own life. I pray that this does not get to our portion. But see, so many people are battling different things in their life. Why? Because after school, the funniest thing now is after NYSC, what next? Yes, you might be in camp and then they are paying you, small thing, 7,000, and you're a family person, you have family to feed, that the primary school. How are you coping? That brings me to my question again. After university, do we now say that, oh, the university should just put it aside? It also has its own role to play in our individual life. University will help to shaping your life. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate. God bless you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. University has its own impact in our life. That one we cannot, in fact, you cannot even erase it. University will shape in your mindset, the way you see things, the way you reason, the way you interact with people. That's what you call, you pass through school and school pass through you. They are two different things. School pass through you in the sense that it has, school has emptied itself or in you. You know the reason why you went there. You were not just gallivanting. Yes. You did not go there to go and play. Because if you definitely go there to go and play, when you come out, people will know say, you go school, go play. That's when they start asking, like say you chop your school fee for mouth. Let's wisen up. Nowadays, you see, people are now scouting for jobs even before they, enter university. Like, I mean, young people, they are secondary school children. They are wanting to grab one or two skills because, my dear, if you don't get skills, you see the way school was then, it's not the way it is now. If you are depending on your parents may not really have all it takes or what it takes to take care of you, especially things regarding your finances in school. You will pay for, unless you're going to a polytechnic or a college of education, does not really require much. But even now, some of these things, you buy textbooks, you buy a lot of things. Does the school cover the expenses? Now, when you buy all of these things, you are left with zero or nothing allow you to take care of yourself. So please, be very, very careful. Calculate yourself first before you start the journey. Use your tongue. Use the tongue. Count your teeth. Because if you miss one, your name not sorry. See, there are some people that are training themselves in school. If they tell you what they are passing through, you pity them. Hello, Davidson. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to my live stream. Please kindly subscribe to my channel. Let's keep the discussion flowing. So, for people that are joining now, I'm saying, what's next after university? Especially Nigerians. Nigeria is a very interesting country. Very interesting. And come to Nigeria and then you see so many people with different talents. Talents, they cry now. There are so many talents in Nigeria. Is it comedy skits? Yes, people are using that one to pass time. People are using it to make money. But aside the comedy skits, aside those comic videos that we see, what else do you have to offer? Can you provide solutions to challenging situations that people have? Do you know the difference between original and fake? People are seeing it. The evidence there. People know what is original and people know what is fake. Now, let me tell you something. When people see original, they go for original. When people see fake, they run away from fake. Why? It doesn't last. You see why people will spend more on something that has quality to something that is inferior. Now, when you know what you are doing, you don't even need to loud it. They say Gary no get signboard. You don't need to loud it. So long as you understand, in fact, you understand the depths of how things work, you will not beg for bread. When others are there is a casting down, my dear, you are bouncing and saying the Lord is good. Why? Because your eyes were opened on time to see and know that, oh, I need to do something regarding this, because a time will come when things will get this bad. Yes, and that time is now. Then in school you have classmates that they will carry their cupcakes inside a smaller plates and they'll be going around, they'll be selling it. One cake is 100 naira, 200 naira, and people are buying. Some of them, groomed themselves from there. Yes, and now they have big bakeries, they have so many staff. Whereas some went to the university and they were gallivanting, they were, they were going about making friends and all this. I'm not saying all of this is bad, but know that there is time for everything. There is time to invest, make meaningful friendship, even in your service camp. Make friends, be open, be jovial, be free. Yes, when you see that people are making, valuable interactions, my dear, don't hide yourself. Be very open. Be very open, because that is where connections will come from. There's some simple conversations that you'll be making, and before you know it, boom, connection is sealed. And they ask you, oh, what do you do? We need a service of this person. Maybe we need a service of a bead maker, a bag maker, someone that produces footwear in large quantities. You know that when you are buying as an MOQ, the price reduces. Now, when somebody, it's just the same way as now when somebody is buying from you and they ask you, oh, I want you to produce so and so things for me, or we need someone to produce this in large quantity. That is where what I'm saying comes in. If you are gifted in that area, you have this skill, you have this gifting, you don't cash out with that now.